It's time to talk some Super Falcons and whether or not they are prepared or if they are underprepared going into the FIFA World Cup that will go down in Australia and New Zealand in some weeks' time. My name is Ayomide Shuto. I bid you welcome to a fresh episode of the Nutmeg.
Talking about how far they can go, experience can be a big factor on how far they can go. Represented teams Nigeria, South Africa, Zambia and Morocco. Looking at these four African sides, I'm tipping the Super Falcons to go all out because they are the most experienced side and they've got more appearance at the World Cup.
You know, I can speak with my head and I can speak with my heart. So my head says to me that they will probably make it to the quarterfinals.
I mean, in sports, you never say never. So while, of course, my heart is with them to win, we also need to be logical. But at the same, like I said, you can never say never. I think they have a great team of players that can actually exceed our expectations, and we're rooting for them.
All right, there you go, of course, with opinions of pundits, female pundits, when you talk about football in Nigeria. And of course, Chisom Bono there setting the target for them, saying that they can at least reach the quarterfinals. With me here, I've got some female pundits as well. Naomi and Amara are here with me. And let me start with Naomi now. Do you agree with that target, the quarterfinals? Is it a realistic expectation for the Super Eagles now?
I totally disagree with the pundits, Chisom, saying Nigeria, the women are going to reach the quarter-final stage of the World Cup. With the whole preparation that we've seen, I honestly believe that we are not ready or we are not prepared to go that far to reach the quarter-final stage. But we are facing tough countries in the group stage, likes of Republic of Ireland, although it's their first time. We are facing the host, Australia. And so with the features, the group stage, I do not see them going that far to the quarterfinals. Okay,
Amara, Naomi has made some very interesting points out of our opinion, and it is that looking at the pedigree of these ladies that we're going to be facing. I mean, talking about Australia, talking about Republic of Ireland. These are top dogs in women's football, and when you consider the rankings. But now, the Nigerian female team are also top dogs in their own right, especially in Africa. 9-time African champions they are, and with the current level of preparation. Because that's the point Naomi has made. Are you convinced that going into that tournament, they can do well enough as the quarterfinals?
Well, we've had issues on the field and off-field issues, especially off-field with the NFF and the coach of the side going at each other and probably beginning from selections he made coming to the World Cup. But with he refusing to, probably them cancelling the camping in Nigeria, and all this and all those, he dropping Ngozi Okobi and he picking who he doesn't want to pick, selecting players from the Nigerian league itself. I don't think so.
I'm sure there are interesting talking points ahead, but let me come back to Naomi. We saw pictures, of course, when they were entertained, the dinner before they traveled out, and also the pictures. You have some opinion about them as well. If they've invested well enough in that team to inspire some confidence in them.
Okay, I'll start by saying, sorry, can I make mention of reference of my school? But I don't need to call the name.
No need to make reference. You can just shoot straight.
Okay, I'll start by saying a school dinner would not organize something of such. Yes, that's what I'll say, because these players, they're going out of the country, they're going to Australia, they're going to play the World Cup. Fine, you're doing a send-off party for them. To me, it's not really necessary, but good and fine, you want to do it. But why was the whole event like that? The pictures, it was low standard.
But what has been more or most low standard? The caliber of things on the table, or perhaps their outfit traveling? Because when you compare other teams, because I also still come to the preparation and would compare and contrast. But when you compare how other teams are being entertained,
definitely. First of all, the outfit also, it's a turn off. Yes, It was not like colorful and all that. It does not have to really be colorful.
It doesn't look sporty, in my
Exactly,
opinion.
something like that. And when I was watching the video, they kept repeating the images. I only saw bottled water on the table. I didn't see anything apart from bottled water. When I was like, I mean, there's something more, but there was not apart from the group photo they took without their coach.
Okay, Naomi, to cap this, I'm going to put you on the spot now. You're a Super Eagles player going into that tournament now. How confident are you with the level of investment? How confident are you as a player? Also, bearing in mind the controversies, which Amara and I will discuss subsequently.
Going in with the low level of preparation, I would say level of preparation, I would rate it like a 3/10 because, like what you said, other countries, they are playing international friendly and all that. They are training together. Like Amara said, they cancelled their 10 days camping training and all that.
Yeah.
So level of preparation, it's low, and the confidence going in. Let's see, but basically, from my own points, I'm not really confident. If I was to be in that shoes, I would not be really confident.
Okay, interestingly, there are a lot of reasons why I would not be confident, over the weekend around the World Drum, trading words with the NFF. The NFF responding in the way that they did and it making the rounds on social media is the talk of the town. How do you think they can marry the situation to at least even make the quarterfinals, just as Chisom has suggested? I mean, to me, it looks like it's in jeopardy at the moment, but what's your take on it?
Chisom said quarterfinals. I'll probably say she's a bit sentimental, but it was just the word sentimental. But for me, preparations, the last time we got to the quarterfinals in the World Cup was in 1999. And we've had, using last World Cup in France as an example, we just had one win, went down to the quarterfinals because of best losers, but this time around it's just top two teams. You finish in third or fourth, you're going back home. And the first two games we're playing is Canada and the co-host Australia. These two teams have more like one of the top teams, countries in world football.
In the rankings,
yes, in women football. So now we have talking about their players. Yes, they had issues themselves, not just Nigeria. Canada had issues where they're talking about who won't train. They had to sit down and talk about it. So it's not just like an African problem of don't train and money issues. It's a general problem for me. Leaving the group stage would be like a bonus point for me. Probably we're doing well.
All right. Okay. If for instance, the country has not motivated you enough, there is the prize of $30,000 for just featuring in the group phase. All right. Shouldn't that be enough motivation for the players, you think?
Exactly. Money is a factor. And that price, $30,000 is a lot. Yes, it's a motivation. Like I said, these players going into the World Cup, knowing that as we advance into another stage, the money increases. That's a plus. That's like another motive for them to keep playing better and advancing to
at least the next phase, because
exactly.
Next phase, more money.
That's just it. Yes, the money is a motivation for these players. Yeah.
Okay, let me come to you one last time now, Amara. These players, however, should get a lot of credit. For one, the male football team, they did not qualify for the World Cup. But then the women have done a lot in terms of qualifying, and now they can compete at a global masterpiece like the FIFA Women's World Cup. So, how much of credit do you think they deserve? Of course, there are big names there, Asisat Oshoala, there's Rashidat Ajibade, players who are ready to actually give their best in spite of the controversies and the challenges around them.
World Cup did not finish recent, last December. Nigeria was not featured there, and we were so sad watching other countries listen to their national anthems and all that, and we couldn't get to see Nigeria. But one thing about the Super Eagles or Super Falcons is that they always do well for us. Even when Super Eagles are not even basking so well, Falcons always pull out. So even with the controversies going on with the coach and the federation, they are still putting up their best. They are coming together. Yes, you might say some names are being omitted, but the ones that are present there, there's something about pride and prestige representing your country. So absolutely. You can always share them.
And of course, there's a prospect of being monitored, getting attention from top clubs.
Exactly. You get to probably move from the current club you're playing to a bigger club if you have a fantastic World Cup. Yes, you might say, Okobi didn't go to the World Cup, but I probably have a talent I'm watching at the World Cup. She has done so well for us. Michelle Alozie
Yeah.
She's a fantastic player.
One to watch,
yes,
obviously.
definitely. But in midfield, we are saying that Kobe would be a big miss. Yes, she will. She has lots of World Cup experience.
There's even Onomel Ebi who's going to bring that experience into the
Exactly. She's breaking a record with Sinclair, also in Canada, and Martha of Brazil. These three players are 40 years old and probably are seeing their 6th World Cup. Something I'm not sure the oldest guy is playing football right now probably is Buffon, who is 45.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a big one for them.
Yeah, big one for them. And we hope for bigger things when the tournament does start. And we'll be following, bringing you all of the best from the tournament in terms of analysis and, of course, previews. But for this particular episode, we have to bring things to a close. Thank you for watching. You can be part of this community by hitting the subscribe button and also get our latest videos as we publish them when you tap the notification bells. Thank you very much once again for watching. My name is Ayomide Shotupo. I'll see you in the next episode.